All right, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are staying safe and well. Just wanted to spend some time kind of talking over these journals that I've received. I haven't been able to read all of them quite yet. I know that you all are working on your last journal, which is Journal 7 today, that's due by 5. Some of you I have heard from, some talked to at least as far as um, getting some more information about certain things you want to do within your journal. Some things I do want to talk more about. I can already tell that y'all not really putting any efforts into these journals. I'm just gonna be real with you. They're not really doing any research, trying to figure out what it is or how things are supposed to be written as far as your job advertisements. Um, if you look at a job advertisement for any job, if you go on monster.com, Indeed, Career Builder, pretty much any job building website, when you look at qualifications and you look at requirements, there is a list of about 10, 12 things that you need as far as your qualifications and requirements. Um, Writing just one sentence and saying you think you need 3 years of experience. 3 years of experience in what? 3 years experience in doing what? I'm not trying to point anybody out, but just being real, when you guys halfway do your work, you're gonna get a half-ass grade. That's just the truth. I'm grading on effort and to see if you all are doing your work thoroughly. But I can't help you if you don't help yourself. Some of you have called me. I'm always here if you want to kind of talk about some things, even if it's just some ideas that you might have, or you're just kind of confused about certain things. You can call me, you can email me, you can text me, whatever the case may be. But if you don't reach out to me, then I think that you all have it. We're trying to do our best with doing this remotely, and I know that it is kind of challenging. You all may not fully understand what it is that the journals are required of you, and that's fine. But like I said, I am here to help you. I have tried my best to get back to everybody when they do call me or they do reach out. Some things that I do want to talk about, going back over the requirements to I'm not expecting you to go back over your journals. For the most part, I've already grade some of them. We're talking about requirements. Think of age, not just saying at least a high school diploma or a GED. Within any state that you work in, you need to be at least 18 years or older. So say that in your job requirements. Your education, say you need a high school diploma or a GED or equivalent, or you need to have a college degree in management supervision or college degree in business administration, or you need just something that lines up with what it is that you're doing with that for uh, your restaurant. Years of experience. For a management position, you want at least 5 years of experience in a management position. Remember, you're supposed to have 2 advertisements for both a management position and for a subordinate position, whether it be a server, a host, a cook, a dishwasher. And for your management, kitchen manager, sous chef, pastry chef, executive chef, those are management roles. I don't think that I know I said that in lecture, but I didn't see everybody doing that. Qualifications. What type of qualifications does a person need to be able to execute your menu? Qualifications for one, need to be ServSafe certified. That's a qualification. Need to be able to lift 50 pounds or more, qualifications, things like that. You all need to go back and look at the websites that are on your journal, like Career Builder and Monster.com, and look at those different job applications and look at the qualifications and requirements and education and everything. It's a list of different things that the person would need to be able to do the job that you need them to do for whatever position it is in your restaurant. Um, Going to your interview questions that I look back over. Y'all are still asking very rehearsed questions. You're not putting thought into these questions. The questions that I'm seeing, if I ask Shamika the same question, if I ask Ephraim, if I ask Angela, any of these questions, you all are going to give me the same answer. Those are the type of questions you want to stay away from. Questions like, why do you want to work here? Shamika, why do you want to work here? I can't hear you. If I'm asking you a question about working at a restaurant and I ask you, why do you want to work here? What are you going to say?
I've never worked at a restaurant, so I really can't answer. I mean, right off the top of my head, I don't know.
But for any job, why do you want to work here?
Better pay, better benefits.
You need a job, right?
Yeah, need a job.
Basically, you just need a job. Ephraim, if I ask you the question, are you a good team player? What are you going to say?
Yes, I am.
Right. So what does that tell you?
That's a basic question.
Basic question. It's very rehearsed. It doesn't tell you anything. I'm a good team player. Yeah, sure. I play good with teams. What is the team? What does your team consist of? Angela, if I ask you the question, do you have reliable transportation? What are you going to tell me?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Those are the questions, guys, that I'm saying y'all are asking me, and you're giving me and I'm in my head, I'm answering them just like this. They're not telling me anything about what I need or the questions that you need to ask to be able to execute your menu. Now, I know that some of you are probably working and tweaking on your menu as you should, but you all need to put some more thought into what are the requirements? Make a list of what requirements I need a person to have to be able to execute my menu. Why should I hire you? You should hire me because I'm the best candidate ever. I do a great job. I'm great with customers. How can I measure that as an employer? How can I prove that as an employer? How relevant is that? How relevant is that question? These are things that I want you all to keep in mind when you all go for job interviews or when you become the interviewer. I've been on both ends. I've had to apply for jobs, of course, and I've had to interview people for jobs. So I wanted to, instead of wasting my time asking basic questions like, do you have reliable transportation? I want to know about your true background. What was your last job? On your last job, what were your last job? What were your jobs and responsibilities? What were your duties? For my menu, I need somebody that knows how to be able to multitask and be able to handle the grill. If I have somebody that's calling out, what jobs on my line can you do? Or what is it that you need more time learning to do? What is it that you're good at doing? If I needed you to start off at, where would you feel the most comfortable starting? Would it be salad fry? Would it be prep? Are you somebody that can jump in during the rush? And if so, how do you, not asking me, how do you handle pressure? If you ask me that question, I'm gonna say, I handle pressure very well. You wanna know when you really wanna get to questions that, like I said, have to do with your menu. So think about that when it comes to your project. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to read all of them, but I don't feel that, I have to be honest with you guys, I don't think you guys are really putting any effort. And waiting to the last minute to do something is not going to help, it's not going to benefit you with your grade. Because you can fail this class even though it is remote. Because I have high standards for myself, so I have high standards for you all. I have made myself more than available for everybody, but if you don't take the opportunity to communicate back with me, then there's nothing that I can do for you. Going into the job, yeah, a couple things that I have seen. Turning in work at the last minute by the way. I understand that all of you have different things going on. Like if you're taking care of kids, you can't get to a phone, whatever the case may be. Talk to me about that. Hey, chef, I need a little bit more time turning in this homework. Or I'm having issues with Moodle. Moodle is not loading up. If you communicate with me, I can work with you. But if you don't tell me anything, I don't know. I'm not here to beat up anybody, but You all signed up to come to be in school. I didn't sign you up. I'm not twisting your arm. I'm not making you. When I was in school, I didn't get the support that you guys are getting as far as from the teachers. If I didn't show up for class, I just didn't show up for class. When you guys don't show up for class, we're on the phone. We got to call y'all. So I'm telling you all that I'm here for you. Everybody else, Chef Boyd, Chef Anderson, we are all here for you. But if you signed up to come to this school, you have to put in the effort. Heard?
Heard.
That's one person.
Heard.
Heard.
Thank you. All right. So journal 7, this is the last journal that we have for your journals. Let's talk about that. All right, your management and supervision problem solving journal. This is the last journal that you have. This journal is to describe how you will handle problem situations in your fantasy operation. Give me at least 3 scenarios of a problem situation, with at least one being internal, meaning within your restaurant, and one being with your customer. So you need at least 2 internal and at least one dealing with a customer issue. It could be they have a complaint about the server. They had an allergic reaction to something that was served to them that wasn't supposed to be served to them.
I ain't got that on my thing.
Huh?
I don't have that on my noodle.
This
All
one,
I have is the management flow chart that's due by 5 o'clock today. I don't have that one on my noodle.
this on Moodle. This on. It's on chapter. It's on day 5, chapter 8, problem solving journal. It's right there.
So that one's due Monday by 5 o'clock?
Yes, you'll have the weekend to at least get this one done.
Okay.
And any other journal that you all are missing, I'll give you all an extension to turn it in. I think for the most part, everybody has. A couple of you have not turned in your journals, but I think all 4 of you all have. But yeah, you'll have the weekend to think about this and the weekend to start on your project. And we'll get to that in a minute. Going back to journal 7. Yes, so 3 problem scenarios, 2 at least eternal, and then 1 being your customer problem. So that's 3 altogether. And guys, I want it to be in detail, not just one sentence. A customer had a complaint about their food being cold. So we took it back to the kitchen and we heated it back up. By law, you can't do that. If you all didn't know that, you all should learn that in first quarter. And 2, that's not really telling me anything. I want real issues. Think about you as a customer. I think we've all had at least good experiences and bad experiences when it comes to going out to restaurants or any business, whether it be Walmart. I have lots of stories about being at Walmart that weren't that great. And how you plan to solve these problems using the problem solving steps, methods described in the textbook. I just want from yourself how you plan on solving the problem and how you plan on following up with the problem. That is one thing that you know that you will learn from a manager, is that you have to be able to follow up. One trick that managers use is giving away gift cards. If I'm going to Outback and I have a complaint, they give me a $20 gift card. They're going to give it for Outback. They're not going to give me a $20 gift card to go eat at Longhorn. They're going to give me a $20 gift card to come back to Outback to have a better, for one, that puts the money back into that same establishment. And 2, it gives you that business the opportunity to give me a better experience and for me to come back. Now, I'm not saying I want you all to give gift cards, but that's an idea. The more descriptive, the better. Yes, the more you all put into this, the better. Anybody have any questions? Concerns?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
You was about to say something about you were gonna give us more time on the journal that we haven't done. You cut it off though.
For the most part, I think all of you have turned in your journals. I'm saying that if there's any journal that you have not turned in, I will give you until Monday to turn it in. I'll grant an extension on all of the assignments and for everybody to get all their work in until Monday by 5.
Gotcha.
But I think all of you have turned in your work. I believe so. Quizzes, you guys did a great job on quizzes. I only had one person fail. Let's see what else. Yes, let's talk about the project. So I don't have anything in Moodle for next week. That's because I was trying to debate on how I wanted it to go. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and have you all do a PowerPoint for your project. Let me go ahead and exit out of this. So I'm gonna have you do a PowerPoint for your project, and this is how it's going to be laid out. Let me show you. Just want to share the screen with you. This is also found in your syllabus. So this is your final project layout. Your description of your fantasy project, describe your cover page. So this will all be in slides. So I want at least a minimum of 15 slides. 15 slides.
How do we create slides?
Say?
My question.
Okay, so we go create the slides in PowerPoint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a PowerPoint.
All right.
Yeah, I want at least 15 slides.
I think you were asking how are we going to do the PowerPoint.
You got to familiarize yourself with PowerPoint just a tad bit. And once you see how PowerPoint operates, which you probably gonna have to do a little reading or whatever, it's gonna tell you how to do the slides.
Talking to Shamika?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you saying, Shamika?
Nothing.
She was asking, she was kind of like confused. She never did PowerPoint. She was like, how can we create slides in PowerPoint?
Oh,
So
I have to go to the school on Monday. If you want to meet me there, I can go through it with you. It's not hard. I myself is getting re-familiarized with PowerPoint, but I'll be at the school sometime Monday if you want to meet me up there, or we can arrange a time that we can both sit down and kind of go through it together. So that's for anybody who needs some extra help for PowerPoint. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do it for PowerPoint because that would be the easiest way for me to grade it rather than you all turning in a whole paper. But this is the guideline for your PowerPoint. Your mission statements. Like I said, you all did a great job on your mission statements and vision statements. However, I would recommend that some of you give me a call. It could be shortened. Some of you have this like a paragraph for your mission statement, and you could lose about 2-3 sentences, or you could combine it together and make it more catchy or make it more of a slogan rather than it actually be like a mission plan. You guys, yeah, you're writing more so a mission plan. But you all did quite well on your mission and vision statements. I had to, commend you guys on that. Your organizational charts. I have to go back and look at your organizational charts. We will have a Zoom lecture Monday at 2 o'clock to just kind of recap over everything and see where you all are with your projects. Oh yeah, like I was saying before, keep in mind about part-time and full-time. And let's say if I was to go back to Outback, if I was to walk into Outback, or if I was to apply for a position at Outback, do you think they have an executive chef working there, or do you think they have a kitchen manager working there?
Kitchen manager.
Kitchen manager. Make sure your positions match your establishment. And remember, you pay for the title. If you're putting a job advertisement for an executive chef, you're going to have to pay somebody to hold that title. Meaning you're going to have to offer a $54,000 salary a year, or maybe even more. For a kitchen manager, it might be a little bit different. Shamika, you have a pastry shop. So do you want to have a pastry chef, or do you want to have bakers? Something to consider. If you're hiring bakers, you can pay them less. But if you're hiring a pastry chef, you have to pay more. Same thing with you, Ephraim. You have a pizza shop. So are you going to have cooks? Are you going to have, let's say, are you going to even have a front of the house? Are you going to have just a cashier? Is it going to be more so of a counter like you would Domino's or Pizza Hut? Or are you going to have a full service restaurant? Something to consider.
Yes.
So I'll go back and look at you guys' organizational charts and we'll talk about that. But for the most part, this is what we're going to do for your project. It's going to be 15 slides. And this is pretty much the layout. I'll repost this back on Moodle today so that you all can look at it. And we are going to have a Zoom lecture, well, a Zoom presentation, because you're going to have to present your project Wednesday.
Why you skip from Thursday?
Thursday is your final exam.
All right.
And Friday we start international. So you have to do, and we're going to do a Zoom presentation on Wednesday. Just like we have it right now, we're going to have everybody up. If you're late, you just get a 0. Or if somebody misses it, they just get a 0. So it's going to be 5 to 8 minutes. I will have that in details on Moodle, and you're going to present your presentation. Heard?
Heard.
So you have your PowerPoint and you have your presentation. Those 2 grades are averaged together to give you 1 grade. We're kind of improvising on this right now due to the fact that we're doing this remotely. And then next Friday will be the first day for international. Kind of jumping ahead right now, be prepared after this whole thing ends that we're going to have a field trip to the international market. I need to talk to Chef Anderson a little bit more about how that's going to work. But and I'll give you more details in that in the weeks to come. But if you all don't have any questions, I guess I will see you all, or you can give me a call if you want to talk a little bit further in detail about what's required for your projects.
And you may be available Monday at the schoolhouse.
I will. I'll be there Monday, but I don't know what time I'm going to get there.
So contact you first. I got you.
Yeah. If you need me to meet you up, I know Ephraim, you work overnight.
Yes.
Shamika and Angela, if you all need to meet me or whatever, just give me a call and I can meet you at those times. But I will be at the school. I just don't know what time yet. But I'm going to go ahead and set up next week's outline, and you all can kind of look at what's to come for next week. If you have any questions, please give me a call.
Right. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
Hey, Shanika.
No, Ephraim.